Hi, everybody. This is Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? I have Morgan, the co-host over here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Today, I'm going to be tackling Enoch, the book of Enoch. And again, I do everything in sections so that you can absorb what I've read, because there's a lot going on in a lot of these sections. So I'm going to pick up. Afterwards, the Ancient of Days repented and said in vain, "Here I destroyed all the inhabitants of the earth." And he swore by his great name, saying, "Henceforwards, I will not act thus towards all those who dwell upon earth, but I will place a sign in the heavens, and it shall be faithful witness between me and them, forever as long as the days of heaven and earth last upon the earth." Afterwards, according to this my decree, when I shall be disposed to seize them beforehand by the instrumentality of angels, in the day of affliction and trouble, my wrath and my punishment shall remain upon them. My punishment and my wrath, saith God, the Lord of spirits. O ye kings, O ye mighty, who inhabit the world, you shall behold my elected one, sitting upon the throne of my glory, and he shall judge Aziel, all his associates, and all his hosts, in the name of the Lord of spirits. There likewise I beheld hosts of angels, who were moving in punishment, confined in a network of iron and brass. Then I inquired of the angel of peace, who proceeded with me, to whom those under confinement were going. He said, to each of their elect and their beloved, that they may be cast into the fountains and deep recesses of the valley, and that valley shall be filled with their elect and beloved, the days of whose life shall be consumed, but the days of their error shall be innumerable. Then shall princes combine together and conspire. The chiefs of the east among the Parthians and Medes shall remove kings in whom a spirit of perturbation shall enter. They shall hurl them from their thrones, springing as lions from their dens, and like famished wolves into the midst of the flock. They shall go up and trend upon the land of their elect. The land of their elect shall be before them. The threshing floor, the path, and the city of my righteous people shall impede the progress of their horses. They shall rise up to destroy each other. Their right hand shall be strengthened, nor shall a man acknowledge his friend or his brother, nor the son his father and his mother, until the number of the dead bodies shall be completed by their death and punishment. Neither shall this take place without cause. In those days shall the mouth of hell be opened, into which they shall be immersed. Hell shall destroy and swallow up sinners from the face of the elect. After this, I beheld another army of chariots with men riding in them. And they came upon the wind from the east, from the west, and from the south. The sound of the noise of their chariots was heard. And when the agitation took place, the saints out of heaven perceived it. The pillar of the earth shook from the foundation, and the sound was heard from the extremities of the earth until the extremities of heaven at the same time. Then they all fell down and worshiped the Lord of spirits. This is the end of the second parable. I now began to utter the third parable concerning the saints and the elect. Blessed are ye, O saints and elect, for glorious is your lot. The saints shall exist in their light of the sun, and the elect, in the light of everlasting life, the days of whose life shall never terminate, nor shall the days of the saints be numbered, who seek for light and obtain righteousness with the Lord of spirits. Peace be to the saints with the Lord of the world. Henceforth shall the saints be told to seek in heaven the secrets of righteousness, the portion of faith, for like the sun has it arisen upon the earth, while darkness has passed away. There shall be light interminable, nor shall they enter upon the enumeration of time, for darkness shall be previously destroyed, and light shall increase before the Lord of spirits. Before the Lord of spirits shall the light of righteousness increase forever. In those days my eyes beheld the secrets of the lightning and the splendors of the judgment belonging to them. They lighten for a blessing and for a curse, according to the will of the Lord of spirits. And there I saw the secrets of the thunder, when it rattles above in heaven, and its sound is heard. The habitations also of the earth were shown to me. The sound of the thunder is for peace and for blessing, as well for a curse according to the word of the Lord of spirits. Afterwards, every secret of the splendorous of the lightnings were seen by me. For blessings and for fertility they lightened. In the 500th year, and in the 7th month of the 14th day of the month of the lifetime of Enoch, in that parable, I saw that the heaven of heavens shook, that it shook violently, and that the powers of the Most High and the angels, thousands of thousands and myriads of myriads, were agitated with great agitation. And that when I looked, the Ancient of Days was sitting on the throne of his glory, while the angels and saints were sitting around him. A great trembling came upon me, and terror seized me. My loins were bowed down and loosened. My reins were dissolved, and I fell upon my face. The holy Michael, another holy angel, one of the holy ones, was sent, who raised me up. And when he raised me, my spirit returned, for I was incapable of enduring the visions of violence, its agitation, and the concussion of heaven. Then holy Michael said to me, wherefore art thou disturbed at this vision? Here too has existed the day of mercy, and he has been merciful and long-suffering towards all who dwell upon the earth. But when the time shall come, then shall power, the punishment, and the judgment take place, which the Lord of spirits has prepared for those who prostrate themselves to the judgment of righteous, for those who abjure that judgment, and for those who take his name in vain. That day has been prepared for the elect as a day of covenant, and for sinners as a day of inquisition. In that day shall be distributed for food 2 monsters, a female monster, whose name is Leviathan, dwelling in the depths of the sea above the spring waters. I'm going to put a pause on that for a second. This is actually happening now, like right now. Like there's a submarine named Leviathan, owned by Israel, made in Germany, in the depths of the sea. That is why we have the Samson option, and that Israel is last. If anybody follows what I'm saying there. Unpause. And a male monster, whose name is Behemoth, which possesses moving on his breast, the invisible wilderness. His name was Drendian in the east of the garden, where the elect and the righteous will dwell, where he received it from my ancestor, who was man from Adam, the first of men, whom the Lord of spirits made. Then I asked of another angel to show me the power of those monsters, how they became separated on the same day, one being in the depths of the sea and one in the dry desert. And he said, Thou, son of man, art here desirous of understanding secret things. And the angel of peace, who was with me, said, These two monsters are by the power of God prepared to become food, that the punishment of God may not be in vain. Then shall children be slain with their mothers and sons with their fathers. And when the punishment of the Lord of spirits shall continue upon them, shall it continue that the punishment of the Lord of spirits may not take place in vain. After that, judgment shall exist with mercy and long suffering. Then another angel who proceeded with me spoke to me and showed me the first and last secrets in heaven above and in the depths of the earth, in the extremities of heaven and in foundations of it, and in the receptacle of the winds. He showed me how their spirits were divided, how they were balanced, and how both the springs and the winds were numbered according to the force of their spirit. He showed me the power of the moonlight, that its power just as one, as well as the divisions of the stars according to their respective names, that every division is divided, that the lightning flashes, that the troops immediately obey, and that a cessation takes place during thunder in continuance of its sound. Nor are the thunder and the lightning separated, neither do both of them move with one spirit, yet are they not separated. For when the lightning lightens, the thunder sounds, and the spirit at a proper period pauses, making an equal division between them. For the receptacle upon which their periods depend is loose as sand. Each of them at a proper season is restrained with a bridle and turned by the power of the Spirit, which thus propels them according to the spacious content of the earth. The spirit likewise of the sea is potent and strong, and as a strong power causes it to ebb, so is it driven forwards and scattered against the mountains of the earth. The spirit of the frost has its angel. In the spirit of hail, there is a good angel. The spirit of snow causes its strength and solidarity. Spirit is in it, which ascends from its vapor and is called refrigeration. The spirit also of mist dwells with them in their receptacle, but it has a receptacle to itself, for it progress is in splendor. The light and in darkness, in winter and in summer, its receptacle is bright, and an angel is in it. The spirit of dew has its abode in the extremities of heaven, in connection with the receptacle of rain, and its progress is in winter and in summer. The cloud produced by it and the cloud of the mist become united. One gives to the other. And when the spirit of rain is in motion from its receptacle, angels come. and opening its receptacle, bring it forth. When likewise it is sprinkled over all the earth, it forms an union with every kind of water on the ground. For the waters remain on the ground because they afford nourishment to the earth from the Most High who is in heaven. Upon this account, therefore, there is a regulation in the quantity of rain when the angels receive. These things I saw, all of them, even paradise. In those days, I beheld long ropes given to those angels who took to their wings and fled, advancing towards the north. And I required of the angels, saying, wherefore have they taken those long ropes and gone forth? He said, they are gone forth to measure. The angel who proceeded with me said, these are the measures of the righteous, and the cords shall the righteous bring, that they may trust in the name of the Lord of spirits forever and ever. The elect shall begin to dwell with the elect. And these are the measures which shall be given to faith, and which shall strengthen the words of righteousness. These measures shall reveal all the secrets in the depth of the earth. And it shall be that those who have been destroyed in the desert, and who have been devoured by the fish of the sea, and by wild beasts, shall return and trust in the day of the elected one. For none shall perish in the presence of the Lord of spirits, nor shall any be capable of perishing. They then they received the commandment, all who were in the heavens above, to whom a combined power, voice, and splendor like fire were given. And first their voice, they blessed him, they exalted him, they glorified him with wisdom, and ascribed to him wisdom with the word and with the breath of life. Then the Lord of spirits, seated upon the throne of his glory, the elected one, who shall judge all the works of the holy in heaven above, and in balance shall be weighed their actions. And when he shall lift up his countenance to judge their secret ways in the word of the name of the Lord of spirits, and their progress in the path of righteous judgment of God Most High, they shall all speak with united voice, and bless, glorify, exalt, and praise in the name of the Lord of spirits. He shall call to every power of the heavens, to all the holy above, and to the power of God, the cherubim, the seraphim, and the orphan, all the angels of power, and all the angels of the Lord's, namely of the elected one, and of their other power, who was upon earth over the water on that day, shall raise their united voice, shall bless, glorify, praise, and exalt with the spirit of faith, with the spirit of wisdom and patience, with the spirit of mercy, with the spirit of judgment and peace, and with the spirit of benevolence. All shall say with united voice, blessed is he, and the name of the Lord of spirits shall be blessed forever and forever. All who sleep not shall bless it in heaven above. All the holy in heaven shall bless it. All the elect who dwell in the garden of life and every spirit of light, who is capable of blessing, glorifying, exalting, and praising thy holy name, and every mortal man, more than the powers of heaven, shall glorify and bless thy name forever and ever. For great is the mercy of the Lord of spirits, long-suffering is he, and all his works, all his power, great as are the things which he has done, has he revealed to the saints and to the elect in the name of the Lord of spirits. The Lord commanded the kings, the princes, the exalted, and those who dwell on earth, saying, open your eyes and lift up your horns. If you are capable of comprehending the elected one, the Lord of spirits sat upon the throne of his glory. And the spirit of righteousness was poured out over him. The word of his mouth shall destroy all the sinners and all the ungodly who shall perish at his presence. In that day shall all the kings, the princes, the exalted, and those who possess the earth stand up, behold, and perceive that he is sitting on the throne of his glory, that before him the saints shall be judged in righteousness, and that nothing shall be spoken before him shall be spoken in vain. Trouble shall come upon them as upon a woman in travail, whose labor is severe, when her child comes to the mouth of the womb, and she finds it difficult to bring forth. One portion of them shall look upon another. They shall be astonished, and shall humble their countenance. And trouble shall seize them, when they shall behold this Son of woman sitting upon the throne of his glory. Then shall the kings, the princes, and who possess the earth glorify him who has dominion over all things, him who was concealed, for from the beginning the Son of Man existed in secret, whom the Most High preserved in the presence of his power and revealed to the elect. He shall sow the congregation of the saints and of the elect, and all the elect shall stand before him in that day. All the kings, the princes, the exalted, and those who rule over the earth shall fall down on their faces before him and shall worship him. They shall fix their hopes on their sons of man and shall pray to him and petition him for mercy. Then shall the Lord of spirits hasten to expel them from his presence. Their faces shall be full of confusion, and their faces shall darkness cover. The angel shall take them to punishment, that vengeance may be inflicted on those who have oppressed his children and his elect, and they shall become an example to the saints and to his elect. Through them shall these be made joyful, for the anger of the Lord of spirits rest upon them. Then the sword of the Lord of spirits should be drunk with their blood. But the saints and elect shall be safe in the day, nor the face of the sinners and the ungodly shall they henceforth behold. The Lord of spirits shall remain over them, and with the Son of Man shall they dwell. Eat, lie down, rise up forever and ever. The saints and the elect have arisen from the earth, have left off to depress their countenance, and have been clothed with the garment of life. That garment of life with the Lord of spirits in those who presents your garment shall not wax old, nor shall your glory diminish. Very interesting. In those days, the kings who possess the earth shall be punished by the angels of his wrath. Whoever so they shall be delivered up, that he may give rest for a short period, and that they may fall down and worship before the Lord of spirits, confessing their sins before him. They shall bless and glorify the Lord of spirits, saying, Blessed is the Lord of spirits, the Lord of kings, the Lord of princes, and the Lord of the rich, the Lord of glory, and the Lord of wisdom. He shall enlighten every secret thing. Thy power is from generation to generation, and thy glory forever and ever. Deep are all the secrets, and numberless, and thy righteous cannot be computed. Now we know that we shall glorify and bless the Lord of kings, him who is king over all things. They shall also say, who has granted us rest to glorify Lord, bless, and confess in the presence of his glory. And now small is the rest we desire, but we do not find it. We reject and do not possess it. Light has passed away from before us, and darkness has covered our thrones forever. For we have not confessed before him, we have not glorified the name of the Lord of Kings. We have not glorified the Lord in all his works, but we have trusted in the scepter of our dominion and of our glory. In the day of our suffering and of our trouble, he will not save us, neither shall we find rest. We confess that the Lord is faithful in all his works, in all his judgments, and in his righteousness. In his judgments, he pays no respect to persons, and we must depart from his presence on account of our evil deeds. All our sins are truly without number. Then shall they say to themselves, our souls are satiated with the instruments of crime. But that prevents us not from descending to the flame womb of hell. Afterwards, their countenance shall be filled with darkness and confusion before the Son of Man, from whose presence they shall be expelled, and before whom the sword shall remain to expel them. Thus saith the Lord of spirits, this is the decree and the judgment against the prince, the kings, the exalted, and those who possess the earth, in the presence of the Lord of spirits. I saw also other countenances in that secret place. I heard the voice of an angel saying, these are the angels who have descended from heaven to earth and have revealed secrets in the sons of men, and have seduced the sons of men to the commission of sin. In those days Noah saw that the earth became inclined and destruction approached. Then he lifted up his feet and went to the ends of the earth, to the dwelling of the great grandfather Enoch. And Noah cried with a bitter voice, hear me, hear me, hear me, 3 times. And he said, tell me, what is transcending upon earth? For the earth labors and is violently shaken. Surely I shall perish with it. After this, there was a great perturbation on earth, and a voice was heard from heaven. I fell down on my face when my great-grandfather Enoch came and stood by me. He said to me, why hast thou cried out to me with a bitter cry of lamentation? A commandment has gone forth from the Lord against those who dwell on the earth, that they may be destroyed. For they know every secret of the angels, every oppressive and secret power of the devils, and every power of those who commit sorcery, as well as of those who make molten images in the whole earth. They know how silver is produced from the dust of the earth, and how on the earth the metallic drop exists. From lead and tin are not produced from earth as the primary fountain of their production. There is an angel standing upon it, and that angel struggles to prevail. Afterwards, my great-grandfather Enoch seized me with his hand, raising me up and saying to me, go, for I have asked the Lord of spirits respecting this perturbation of the earth, who replied, on account of their impiety, have their innumerable judgments been consummated before me. Respecting the moons have they inquired, and they have known that the earth will perish with those who dwell on it, and that to these there will be no place of refuge forever. They have discovered secrets, and they are those who have been judged, but not thou, my son. The Lord of spirits knows that thou art pure and good, free from the reproach of discovering secrets. He, the Holy One, will establish thy name in the midst of the saints, and will preserve thee from those who dwell upon the earth. He will establish thy seed in righteousness with dominion and great glory, and from thy seed shall spring forth righteous and holy men without number forever. After this, he showed me the angels of punishment, who were prepared to come and to open all the mighty waters under the earth, that they might be for judgment and for the destruction of all those who remain and dwell upon the earth. And the Lord of spirits commanded the angels who went forth not to take up the men and preserve them, for the angels preside over all the mighty waters. Then I went out from the presence of Enoch. In those days, the word of God came to me and said, Noah, behold, thy lot has ascended up to me, a lot void of crime, a lot beloved and upright. Now, then, shall the angels labor at the trees. But then they proceeded to this: I will put my hand upon it and preserve it. The seed of life shall rise from it, and a change shall take place, that the dry land may not be left empty. I will establish thy seed before me forever and forever, and the seed of those who dwell with thee on the surface of the earth. It shall be blessed and multiplied in the presence of the earth, in the name of the Lord. And they shall confine those angels who disclosed impiety. In the burning valley it is that they shall be confined, which at first my great-grandfather Enoch showed me in the west, where there were mountains of gold and silver, of iron, or of fluid metal, and of tin. I beheld a valley in which there was great perturbation, and where the waters were troubled. And when all this was effected from the fluid mass of fire and the perturbation which prevailed in the place, there arose a strong smell of sulfur, which became mixed with the waters. And valley of the angels, who had been guilty of seduction, burned underneath its soil. Through the valley also rivers of fire were flowing, to which those angels shall be condemned, who seduced the inhabitants of the earth. And in those days shall these waters be to kings and princes, to the exalted, and to the inhabitants of the earth, for the healing of the soul and the body, and for judgment of the spirit. Their spirit shall be full of revelry, that they may be judged in their bodies, because they have denied the Lord of spirits. And although they perceived their condemnation day by day, they believed not in his name. And as the inflammation of their bodies shall be great, so shall their spirits undergo a change forever. For no word which is uttered before the Lord of spirits shall be in vain. Judgment has come upon them, because they trusted in their carnal revelry and denied the Lord of spirits. In those days shall the waters of the valley be changed, for when the angels shall be judged, then shall the heat of those springs of water experience an alteration. And when the angels shall ascend, the water of the springs shall again undergo a change and be frozen. Then I heard holy Michael answering and saying, this judgment with which the angels shall be judged and shall bear testimony against the kings, the princes, and those who possess the earth. For these waters of judgment shall be for their healing and for the death of their bodies. But they shall not perceive and believe that the waters will be changed and become a fire, which shall blaze forever. After this, he gave me the characteristical marks of all the secret things in the book of my great-grandfather Enoch, and in the parables which had been given to him, inserting them for me among the works and words of the book of parables. At that time, holy Michael answered and said to Raphael, the power of the Spirit hurries me away and impels me on. The severity of the judgment of the secret judgment of the angels who is capable of beholding the endurance of that severe judgment which has taken place and been made permanent without being melted at the sight of it. Again, Holy Michael answered and said to the Holy Raphael, who is there, whose heart is not softened by it, and whose reins and are not troubled at this thing? Judgment has gone forth against them by those who have then dragged them away. And that was when they stood in presence of the Lord of spirits. In the like manner, also Holy Raphael said to Raphael, they shall not be before the eye of the Lord, since the Lord of spirits has been offended with them, for like lords have they conducted themselves before. Will he bring upon them a secret judgment forever and ever? For neither shall angel nor man receive a portion of it, but they alone shall receive their own judgment forever and ever. After this judgment, they shall be astonished and irritated, for it shall be exhibited in the inhabitants of the earth. Behold the names of those angels. These are their names. The first of them is Samziah, the second Arskiphathiah, the third Armen, the fourth Kakabel, the fifth Terel, the sixth Rumiel, the seventh Daniel, the eighth Kenyel, the ninth Barkael, the 10th Azazel, the 11th Armors, the 12th Betrayal, the 13th Baziel, the 14th Aniel, the 15th Turiel, the 16th Simapaziel, the 17th Yetarel, the 18th Tumuriel, the 19th Tarel, and the 20th Rumel, the 21st Azazel. These are the chiefs of their angels and the names of the leaders of their hundreds, and the leaders of their 50s, and leaders of their 10s. The name of the first is Yukum. Who has seduced all the sons of the holy angels and causing them to descend on earth, led astray the offspring of men. The name of the second is Jezebel, who pointed out evil counsel to the sons of the holy angels and induced them to corrupt their bodies by generating mankind. The name of the third is Gadriel. He discovered every stroke of death to the children of men. He seduced Eve and discovered to the children of men the instrument of death, the coat of mail, the shield, and the sword for slaughter, every instrument of death to the children of men. From his hand were these things derived to them who dwell upon earth from that period forever. And the name of the fourth is Penmiu. He is discovered to the children of men bitterness and sweetness, and pointed out to them every secret of their wisdom. He taught man to understand writing and the use of ink and paper. Therefore, numerous have been those who had gone astray from every period of the world, even to this day. For men were not born for this with pen and with ink to confirm their faith. Since they were not created except that, like the angels, they might remain righteous and pure, nor would death, which destroys everything, have affected them. But by their knowledge, they perish, and by this also its power consumes them. The name of the fifth, Kaziad, he discovered to the children of men every wicked stroke of spirits and demons. The stroke of the embryo in the womb, to diminish it, the stroke of the spirit by the bite of the serpent, and the stroke which is given in the midday by the offspring of the serpent, the name of which is Tebiat. This is the number of the Kesbil, the principal part of the oath with which the Most High, dwelling in glory, revealed into the holy ones. Its name is Becca. We spoke to Holy Michael to discover to them the sacred name, that they might understand that the secret name, and thus remember the oath, and that those who pointed out every secret thing to the children of men might tremble at the name and oath. This is the power of that oath, for powerful it is and strong. And he established the oath of Ake by the instrumentally of the holy Michael. These are the secrets of this oath, and by were they confirmed. Heaven was suspended by it before the world was made forever. By it has the earth been founded upon the flood, while from the concealed parts of the hills the agitated waters proceed forth from the creation to the end of the world. By this oath the sea has been formed, and the fountain of it. During that period of its fury, he has established that the sand against it, which continues unchanged forever. And by this oath the abyss has been made strong, nor is it removable from the station forever and ever. By this oath the sun and moon complete their progress, never swerving from the command given to them forever and ever. By this oath the stars complete their progress, and when their names are called, they return and answer forever and ever. Thus in the heavens take place blowings of the winds. All of them have breathings, and effect a complete combination of breathings. There the treasures of thunder are kept in the splendor of the lightning. There are kept the treasures of hail and of frost, the treasures of snow, the treasures of rain and dew. All these confess and laud before the Lord of spirits. They glorify with all their power praise, and he sustains them in all that act of thanksgiving, while they laud, glorify, and exalt the name of the Lord of spirits forever and ever. And with them he established this oath by which they and their paths are preserved, nor does their progress perish. Great was their joy. They blessed, glorified, and exalted, because the name of the Son was a man, was revealed to them. He sat upon the throne of his glory, and the principal part of the judgment was assigned to him, the sons of man. Sinners shall disappear and perish from the face of the earth, while those who seduced them shall be bound with chains forever. According to their ranks in corruption shall they be imprisoned, and all their work shall be disappeared from the face of the earth. Nor thenceforward shall there be any to corrupt, for the Son of Man have been seen sitting on the throne of his glory. Everything wicked shall disappear and depart from before his face, and the word of the Son of Man shall become more powerful in the presence of the Lord's Spirit. This is the third parable of Enoch. So I'm going to end it there. I hope all of you enjoyed that portion. There is a lot of things there that are happening and taking place now in the paradigm of this shitty. The things that are going on in our world right now around the planet are not kosher. They're not good. And a lot of things are falling apart. And a lot of these sinners, these evil people, are going down. Their judgment is coming. And we're seeing that slowly if you're looking at the right channels. Which, by the way, I have a Telegram channel, which I post a lot of goodies on. So check that out. I have a chit chat and a channel of information. I put a lot of these videos there for people who watch my favorite Jason. So yes, there's a lot going on. This is needed to be read in the here and the now. And I hope that you like, you share, you subscribe to my channel for more. I know a lot of people do books on Enoch, but I'm doing it here because I'm trying to read it in the terms of now, not back when, now. So hope all of you enjoy. Love and light to everybody. And I'm praying for everybody that was affected by the storms in Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, and soon to be hitting Georgia. I'm watching live streams of the weather. I love weather. I'm a weather nerdy. And I'm praying for everybody who has been affected because those were wicked. So please stay safe. And if you're out there and you can help those who need it, please do so. Again, my situation has not changed. If you can help me out, that'd be amazing. All the info will be dropped down below. Have a lovely evening, day, afternoon, wherever you happen to be. Bye, guys.